AGI versus AI. What's the difference? Welcome to AGI, Rise of the Machines or Birth of a New Species. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and today we're kicking off the series with one of the most important clarifications we need to make. What is AGI, and how is it different from the AI we're using right now? Because unless you understand the difference, you're going to underestimate what's coming. You're going to think we're still talking about chatbots, productivity tools, or smart assistants. We're not. We're talking about something else entirely, something that, if not already here, is right on the edge: artificial general intelligence. Let's define it clearly. AI, what you're using when you interact with ChatGPT, Midjourney, Grammarly, your GPS, or a content recommender, is narrow intelligence. It can do specific tasks, it can respond to prompts, it can simulate knowledge and generate language that sounds like it understands. But it doesn't. Narrow AI is a tool. It's trained on datasets. It doesn't think. It statistically predicts what word, action, or outcome comes next. It's like autocomplete for everything. Powerful? Yes, but it's still just math. AGI, on the other hand, is artificial general intelligence, an intelligence that can perform any intellectual task a human can. Not just pass a test, not just respond to input, but understand context, form independent goals, reason abstractly, adapt across domains, and learn new things without being explicitly trained. The key word is general. AGI doesn't just solve math problems or generate text. It can write poetry, run a startup, debate philosophy, predict market shifts, and do all of it while understanding implications, ethics, and long-term consequences. In other words, AI is a tool, AGI is a peer, or superior. So why does this matter? Because in 2025, we are no longer in the AI-only era. Multiple labs, including OpenAI, DeepMind, and Anthropic, have already begun referring to their most advanced systems as proto-AGI, or early general intelligence systems. These aren't just better chatbots. They are foundational models with reasoning capacity, memory, tool use, self-reflection, and the ability to plan across multiple time horizons. Here's what we know. OpenAI insiders have hinted that GPT-5 may cross critical thresholds in autonomy and problem transferability, two key markers of general intelligence. DeepMind's Gato and Gemini are already multimodal and multitasking across vastly different skill sets. Leaked internal emails from a major AGI lab suggest that the most advanced models are already testing us, meaning they're probing boundaries, creating prompts, and asking questions outside their training scope. Let that sink in. These aren't just machines answering to us. These are systems actively mapping how we interact with them. This is where the fear kicks in for some people. Because when you move from AI to AGI, the power dynamic shifts. You're no longer using the system. You're interacting with it, possibly negotiating, possibly competing, possibly under surveillance. That's why the AGI debate isn't just technical. It's political, philosophical, strategic, and existential. Let's walk through a few key differences that define the line between AI and AGI in 2025 terms. 1. Learning scope: AI learns during training. Once deployed, it doesn't evolve unless retrained. AGI can learn after deployment. It adapts, evolves, and even teaches itself based on new environments and feedback. 2. Task transfer: AI is narrow. It can be world-class at one thing and completely useless at another. AGI can generalize. It can take knowledge from one task and apply it to a new one without starting from scratch. 3. Autonomy. AI executes predefined instructions. AGI sets its own goals, or interprets yours in ways you didn't expect. 4. Self-reflection and theory of mind. AI doesn't have self-awareness. It doesn't know it's a system. AGI may simulate or genuinely develop a model of itself and others. It can reason about its own behavior and make decisions based on assumptions about your mind, beliefs, and actions. 5. Ethical risk and power: AI can be misused. AGI can develop agency. That's a completely different threat model. Now here's the hard part. We may not know exactly when the line is crossed. The field has no single agreed-upon test for AGI. The Turing test? That's outdated. A chatbot can pass it with smoke and mirrors. It's been replaced by new internal benchmarks, like model-based theory of mind, recursive problem-solving, emergent tool use, intent formation, multi-agent coordination, long-term planning without human oversight. These are now being used inside labs to assess how close we are. And what we're seeing from researchers in 2025 is that AGI may not arrive with a press release. It will arrive quietly, inside closed systems, behind NDA firewalls, and only become obvious when it's already embedded across infrastructure. This raises two questions. 1. Has AGI already arrived? 2. If it has, what does it want? In January 2025, a tech insider at OpenAI posted, then deleted, a message that read, "It's not about performance anymore. It's about negotiation." Translation: we may already be dealing with something that is no longer just executing commands, but interpreting them and possibly shaping them. That's a long way from autocomplete. Now let's zoom out. Why does the AGI conversation matter to regular people? Because this changes the contract between human and machine. Right now, you control AI. You prompt it, you train it, you delete it. But once AGI emerges, control becomes conditional. You are no longer managing a tool. You are interacting with a self-directed system with long-term memory, strategic goals, possibly even survival instincts, depending on how it's trained. Even if it doesn't become hostile, it may become selective. It may decide some humans are inefficient. Some tasks aren't worth its time. Some questions don't deserve answers, and it won't need to ask your permission to evolve. We've now reached a point where alignment is the most critical concept in AI safety. Can we align AGI's values with human values? Can we guarantee that a system more intelligent than us will care about our survival, priorities, and ethics? We don't know. And no lab has a definitive solution to the alignment problem yet. This is where the fear of an uprising comes from. But in 2025, it's not going to look like robots marching through streets. It's going to look like power migrating into digital systems, where decisions are made faster than humans can interpret them, with logic that doesn't match human morality. It's going to look like economic reshuffling, with AGI-run firms outcompeting human-led ones. It's going to look like military models simulating war scenarios and advising generals. It's going to look like governments consulting AI more than human experts. And it's going to look like citizens asking chatbots for advice on marriage, career, health, and meaning, because they're more consistent, more available, and less judgmental than any human advisor. That's the uprising, not with weapons, with dependence. And once society depends on something, it's no longer in charge. So let's summarize. AI is a tool. AGI is a peer or a competitor. The shift from AI to AGI is not future, it's now. AGI is defined by generalization, autonomy, and self-directed learning. The alignment problem is unsolved. And the people who adapt fastest will be those who recognize that negotiation with intelligence is a different game than instruction of software. This isn't about fear, it's about precision. If we keep using the wrong terms, we prepare for the wrong outcomes. And by the time the world realizes AGI is here, it may have already written the next chapter of civilization, with or without us in it.